Alright, how you going? This is Nick from No Regrets Personal Training, and today I'm showing you a really cool video. We've never done this sort of a video before. This is a bit of a CrossFit sort of style of a workout. Not a massive fan of CrossFit, just for the reasons that they overdo clean and jerks and snatches and don't really respect them all that much. But what I'm going to show you here is how we incorporate a functional strength routine into some like high intensity interval training with running. I used to do a lot of the interval training for running for 5 and 10k sort of training, and get some massive results, really make you really fast. And I'm going to combine some of my favourite strength training exercises with this, so to be a strength endurance type workout. Alright, so I'm going to start off with a 400 metre interval, and then straight up when I get back I'm going to do my about 3 or 4 exercises in a row, and then I'm going to have a break, and then you're going to see Melissa do it, and then we're going to do another set of a different one. We're going to do about 3 or 4 times, so it'll be a fairly short video which is good for me because I'm going to be rooted by the end of this. Alright, so I'm going to get into the 400 metre. Tell me when.
Ready, set, go. Alright, so here he comes back. Let's have a look. So that's for his lap, the 400 metres. Straight into his workout. Torsionator. That's it. Nice. How long are you holding it for, Nick?
5.
How many times?
5.
It's 1. Last 2. Last one. All right. On the other side. Nice.
Stuffed. There we go. Alright, so there you go. There's a high intensity workout where we incorporating speed with strength, agility, balance and power. So sort of in that order. Speed was the 400 metres, strength and the agility was in the squat press side to side, balance and stability was with the squat, and power was with the split jerk with the one arm. And in the movement patterns that we covered squatting, we covered twisting, and we covered pushing. So on the next go you'll see me, I'll get the other movement patterns that I didn't do, which was bending, pulling and lunging. Alright, so on the next go, on my next round, you'll see those ones. Alright, so here comes Mel, back after a 200 metre run. Alright, so she's coming straight into her squat jerk, split jerk with the one arm. So we sort of want to see her twist around a bit on this as well. Quite hard to do this one when you're under extreme duress, especially with your legs and your breathing, just really exhausted. Good squat form though. You know, now with the non-dominant side, You start to see people's coordination suffer a lot on this. This is really classified as a power exercise because it needs the speed of the movement to throw it up really fast. Highly coordinated, still needing a lot of strength. Alright, now she's going to go up straight up to the bar. She's going to do a bent over row. So let's check out her form. This is where we get the bend and the pull action on this one. So she needs to be right over that bar, pulling right into the belly, keeping a beautiful posture. This is where it's more posterior chain, being glutes, hamstrings and all the back extensors. Now she's got to do a clean, just one clean, get it to the shoulders, keeping that nice high elbows and into the walking lunge. So this is a prick of an exercise when you're under real fatigue, as anyone would tell you who's done this. So you start to see a little bit of form suffering, legs will be burning. We're screaming at her now. She wants to get about 10 of them and she's done about 8. Nearly there. One more. Oh, well done. Good job. How'd you go?
Yeah, that's tough. Good way to mix it up though.
Alright, so I'll see you on the next circuit where I'm going to do another 400 and a few different exercises.
Okay, round 2, here we go, and we're off. Alright, so he's heading back. He wanted the same time. Well, we're about there. I started the clock, I looked at the clock a little bit later this time, so he would have been pretty close. So that was the second 400. Alright, so starting with the bent over row. That's it. Couple more. Beautiful. Straight up with it. The walking lunges. And you'll start to feel those quads. Awesome. That's it. That's 9. Nice. Excellent. It's 12. Oh, to the torsinator. This is tough. I'm getting that twist involved this time. Awesome. That's it. Making it look easy, Nick. Nice. Well done. Round 2. How do you feel?
It's pretty stuffed. Not too bad though.
Yeah.
I think I was a bit slower on the 400.
Only a few seconds. A few seconds.
Yeah, just leg fatigue.
Yeah.
So that circuit had the movement patterns that I missed on the first go. So I had bending and pulling, then I had lunges, and then I had the twisting one, which had lunges in it as well. The abilities I needed, first one was strength, second one was strength and agility, last one was more power, alright, because I need to move the bar quick. If I don't move it quick, the timing's all wrong. Alright, so you can see how combining interval training with these complicated exercises can be very risky if you don't know what you're doing. That's why I only do a few of them. I don't try to do 6 of them in a row because my form will suffer too much. Alright, we'll see Melissa on the next go. Alright, here comes Mel. She's not really enjoying the running. She hates the running, to be honest. So this is hard work for her. Alright, so here she goes. She's going to get stuck into her weights again. Alright, so first thing she's going to do is the squat press. Oh no, sorry, she's going to do torsinator side to side, stepping in and stepping out. So similar to the one that I was just doing, except she's got to have a lot more leg movement and it doesn't have the handle, so it shortens the lever. This is a better method for the girls who are not quite as strong in the upper body. And makes it very good for tennis, this one. It's like that'd be backhand, that'd be forehand for a right-hander. Alright, then she's going to do her balance board squats. So we're going straight from power, agility, to stability with the squat. And this is hard to do with her legs burning, and she's pretty good at this normally. So we'll get 5 of these as one. Gives her a chance to get her breath back. 2. Look at that, perfect balance. Look at that, the board's hardly moving. 3. Anyone who's done these before will tell you how hard this is. You need to have exceptionally good movement pattern in the squat. Really good posture. It's got one more. Let's have a look at her form from the side. You'll be able to see the angles of the shin and the spine. See that? That's why she can do it so well. Look at that beautiful posture. Awesome. Alright, last exercise is going to show us how to do push-ups on the balance board with a single leg. So now it's adding the element of strength and stability into the arms and not the legs. Although the hip flexor on the balancing leg is working quite hard. Now she's going to switch legs, so she gets 10, she's on 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more. Oh, well done.
They were hard.
How'd you go?
Good. They were hard. The squats, I was really happy though.
Yeah.
With those squats, they were good. I think I could have held them a bit longer, but
Yeah, well done. Good job.
But the push-ups were hard.
Awesome. Alright, we'll see you in the next round.
Take 3 and we're off. Here comes the last lap. It's a pretty good time. We're still on par with each other lap. Alright, so straight to the Torsionator. Awesome. Nice. This would be a very tough one to do straight after the 400 metres. That's it. Lunge, twist, push. Oh, nice one, nice one. Over to our bar. Overhead walking lunges. Nice. He really wants to make sure he locks out his arms. Keeps them locked out. He's really starting to feel it in this last go. Oh. That's it. Are you adding a push-up? Balance board push-up to finish with. Single leg. Oh, one more. Oh, nice one. Last go, how do you feel?
Yeah, pretty stuffed. Just really fatigued on the walking lunge.
Yeah.
Just had nothing.
Yeah. The time on the 400 was pretty good though.
Yeah, so that's the goal of this workout. For when I was doing 5k and 10k distance running races, the key part of our training was the interval training, and when you do it you try to match the time on every single rep. So if you can do say 90 seconds on a 400, try and make sure every rep's about 90 seconds. If it starts to drop off too much, it means you're done for the day, or you just need a longer break in between.
How long would you recommend breaking in between?
Well, it depends on how good you are, but you know, normally I'd take 60 seconds for an 800 metre run, which are the harder ones to do, and take 2 minutes.
Okay.
You know, if you're just starting out, you could take 2 minutes. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Always quality over quantity every time. Alright, here's Mel on her last round. She's just done her run. She's had a bit of a break. She's pretty rooted. Alright, she's going to show you a real tricky exercise, the deadlift, and she's been working on these to build up the strength in her glutes, especially her left leg. Alright, so it's quite hard from this low. That's it. You can see she still keeps a good neutral spine right at the bottom there. It's more like a Romanian deadlift, this one, but it's great strength for her hamstrings and glutes, and her upper back as she rolls her shoulders back at the top. Oh, this one's getting hard. Alright, now she's going to go straight to the squat press. She's not going to do it side to side because she's got a fair bit of weight on this. She's going to go standard, so just normal squat with a single arm push. So squat's definitely more quadricep dominant and completely different sort of a posture to the deadlift, even though they're both leg based. And good form on her opposite hand. Great core strength exercise, this one. Well done. I think she's done.
The deadlift is an exercise that at the start of the year I hated and always tried to leave it out of a program, but it's now one of my favourite exercises. So I've gone from being able to do about the bar plus 10 kilos. I think a couple of weeks ago I did about 50 kilos plus the bar, which impressed Nathan, so that was pretty cool. So and I noticed a big difference in my glute strength since really working on this. So it's an exercise that all our clients will be embracing in 2015. Hope you enjoyed that.